Hey everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Stephanie and I've been on a GLP-1 medication for over 15 months now. One of the things that I found most challenging when I started Zepbound was going out to eat at a restaurant. You can absolutely still eat out on a GLP-1 medication like Zepbound, Wegovy, Ozempic, or Mounjaro. But if you've ever finished a restaurant meal and you felt uncomfortably full, nauseous, bloated, or like food is just going to be sitting in your stomach for hours, then you already know that dining out hits way differently on these medications. And the tricky part is that it's not that you can't eat at restaurants anymore. It's just that most restaurant meals are basically designed to do the exact opposite of what your body tolerates best right now. I have learned a lot in this past 15 months when it comes to what I can and cannot tolerate on a GLP-1. And today I want to share my trial and error experiences with you. We're going to talk about what to order, what to avoid, which restaurants are easiest, and how to eat without feeling just completely awful afterward. Sound good? Let's get into it. First, it helps to understand what is happening with your body. GLP-1 medications slow down our digestion. That's part of why they work so well for appetite and weight loss. You stay full longer and you naturally eat less. But that also means heavy, fatty, or oversized meals don't move through your system the same way anymore. So meals that used to feel normal to you can now cause nausea, reflux, bloating, or that food is stuck kind of feeling. And just to be clear, food does not block GLP-1 medications, but certain foods can absolutely make side effects worse and make the experience miserable. So the goal here is not restriction, it's learning how to order in a way that your body actually will tolerate. And I will be the first to tell you, not all restaurants are created equal on GLP-1s. Some are just naturally easier because they let you control portions and ingredients. Some of the best customizable fast casual places are Chipotle, Kava, and Sweet Green. These are ideal because you can build your meal around protein first. What typically works best at these places? Try grilled chicken or steak, vegetables, some light sauces, and smaller carb portions. And seafood restaurants are an excellent choice. Seafood spots are just a great option. What I would order if I was at a seafood restaurant would be something like grilled salmon, baked whitefish, shrimp with steamed vegetables. Why does it work so well? Lean protein, lighter preparation, and easy to avoid those heavy sauces. Another great choice, Mediterranean or Greek restaurants. Think grilled proteins, salads, and simple ingredients. Best choices at these are chicken kebabs, Greek salad with added protein, and grilled fish plates. Let's take a look at the more challenging restaurants. There are some restaurants that are not off limits, but they do take more strategy if you're going to eat there. First up would be Italian restaurants. These are harder because menus are usually built around pasta, bread, and cream sauces. Some better choices you can make if you're eating in an Italian restaurant would be like a grilled chicken piccata, grilled salmon or branzino, chicken Caesar salad with a light dressing. What I usually try to avoid at Italian restaurants now are the pasta dishes. I love pasta, but I just don't have it in me to eat it that much anymore. I would also try to stay away from Alfredo or cream sauces, and of course, the bread baskets. And let's be honest here, buffets are just absolutely going to be the toughest thing you can face in restaurant form. Not because you can't go, but because they make portion control almost impossible. But it is still doable. Just remember to focus on the lean proteins and fiber. Take smaller portions and eat slowly. If you're still hungry, go back and get a little more protein. Now let's talk about some of those foods that are triggers for most people. On GLP-1s, these are the foods that tend to cause issues. Fried foods, greasy foods, heavy cream sauces, oversized portions, carbonated drinks, and sometimes alcohol. And it doesn't necessarily mean they're terrible foods. It's because they sit heavier in the stomach and they can intensify side effects like nausea and acid reflux. Okay, let's get into the practical side of things and talk about what I would actually order at restaurants you might find in your area. If you ever go to Chipotle, what I would do there instead of a burrito is I would choose a bowl with some chicken or steak in it, fajita vegetables, fresh salsa and lettuce, and maybe a small amount of guacamole with that. I would tend to skip the queso, even though it's so good. I would stay away from that. I might still do sour cream, though. I love sour cream. Chips, I would maybe let myself have like 3 or 4 chips and then just cut myself off because, yeah, they can definitely hit wrong. And of course, if you're going to have rice, you want to have that on the lighter side. Don't get a huge portion of rice. Keep it on the lower side. Why? Because keeping it protein forward and lighter on fats usually feels much better on GLP-1s. And I will tell you, those bowls, now I cannot eat a whole bowl. I have to half that out and bring the other part of it home with me for lunch or dinner the next day. It's just too much food on Zepbound. Looking at Panera, if I was at the counter in Panera, I would order maybe a half salad with a chicken protein and a cup of soup to go with it, like chicken noodle or turkey chili. You want to skip the bread bowls. I know they're good, but you want to skip those. And also probably stay away from those creamy soups. And definitely stay away from the pastries. Okay, standing at the counter at Chick-fil-A, what can you get there? There's grilled nuggets, a side salad, or even a grilled sandwich. Sometimes just the chicken. Don't have the bun if you don't think you can handle it. You want to try to skip the fries, the milkshakes, and of course, the fried chicken. Now, I will tell you guys, when I go to Chick-fil-A, my go-to is always going to be a salad. I love their salads. They are so good. And typically I get more than one meal out of a single salad because they're pretty generous with their portions there. Now, you do have to be really careful about your option choices with these salads. For instance, one of my favorites is probably the least healthiest salad that they have. It is the spicy Southwest salad. It comes with those little crunchy tortilla strips. They are so good. Anyhow, calories on this salad can range from 340 to 680, depending on your choice of protein, dressing, and whether you're going to put the crunchy things on there. I always go for the grilled chicken here versus the fried chicken. It's just a smarter way to eat, better for your stomach, easier on your stomach. Highly recommend it. All right. If you're at Starbucks and you need to grab something to eat, how about something like the egg bites, the protein boxes, or the egg white wraps? You want to avoid the pastries. I know they're good, but you've got to step away from those pastries. The other thing is, go for a coffee versus a frappuccino and avoid the heavy breakfast sandwiches. Let's go over some smart ordering strategies. These small habits can make a huge difference for you. First, don't arrive starving. It's like when you go to the grocery store. Don't go to the grocery store hungry. Don't go to the restaurant hungry. Have a small protein snack beforehand so that you don't over order or eat too fast. Secondly, preview the menu before you go. You probably did that before you were on a GLP-1, so why not do it while you're on one? Try to decide ahead of time so that you're not making rushed choices at the table. Third thing you want to do is box half of that meal. Either do it right away, ask for a box as soon as they bring it out, or as soon as you've finished half. I actually will take a knife and cut that salad or whatever I'm eating in half. Eat half of it because I know that is going to be my limit and take the rest home with me. Restaurant portions are still sized for people that are not taking GLP-1 meds. So you're not going to be able to handle it on a GLP-1 med. You want to eat slower than everyone else at the table. Put your fork down, pause between bites, and let the fullness catch up. Don't eat at your normal speed. You also want to stop when you're feeling satisfied versus full. This is the biggest adjustment, but also the most important one that you can make. One thing that people don't expect is the social side of eating differently. At some point, somebody may notice that you're eating less. You don't need a long explanation. You don't owe them a long explanation. Simple responses like, I'm eating lighter these days, my appetite has changed, or smaller portions are just working better for me now. Most people will move on quickly because they're focused on something else, not on your plate. And let's talk about alcohol. I do still love a dirty martini. I just absolutely love having one. Alcohol does hit differently on GLP-1 medications for a lot of people. When I first started on Zepbound, I just couldn't tolerate it at all. I was not able to have a drink. And then slowly, as I got used to it, I was able to incorporate it back in. If you do choose to drink, you want to keep it to one drink, a little on the lighter side. Always have it with food, sip it slowly, and avoid those sugary cocktails. And you want to stay hydrated. If it doesn't feel good to you anymore, it's completely okay to skip it. Nobody said you have to continue drinking, even if all your friends do. A good trick is to have something like a sparkling water with a lime in it. It looks like a drink, so you won't have somebody coming up to you and saying, why aren't you drinking? Not that they should be concerned about it anyhow, but it's just a way to keep people from trying to put a drink in your hand if you don't feel like drinking. The bottom line is this: you do not have to stop eating out on GLP-1 medications. You just need a different strategy. Once you learn what works best for your body, ordering becomes second nature. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. I have more content coming on real-world GLP-1 eating, restaurant strategies, and how to navigate everyday situations without overthinking it. Thanks so much for spending time with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.